Yo, let's go and welcome to the video. This is Reliquary of Souls and Black Temple, a 3-phase fight, and we're able to use our on-use trinkets and destropots for all 3 phases. The in-between phases regens your mana all the way to full, so don't have to worry about mana pots or runes for this fight. So I try to pop the on-use destropot early on into the phase to make sure that it's up for all 3 phases, getting it back off cooldown as soon as I can. And first phase is your simple tank and spank. Just pop all your cooldowns and pump into the boss. So the transition between phases does not count towards your DPS or your parse on Warcraft logs. And also you get procs off of these and put your procs on their internal cooldowns, making them not available potentially on the next phase that's going to be coming up after. So you can do damage here, just remember you don't have to worry about sniping as much as you can to try to boost your DPS on the logs. So phase 2, all we really want to be casting is Fairy Fire and Starfire. If you apply your dots, Moonfire and Insect Swarm, that's going to give you spell pushback on your Starfires and really lower your DPS. And a huge shout out to MePlz from my Discord channel. He was the one that tipped me off to this. I hadn't looked into the fight that much, but that explained why my DPS on this was just so low, my parse was low. I was keeping those dots up. So again, we've got Destropot on cooldown, on Use Trinket on cooldown. I even used my trees, my treants, Force of Nature, whatever you want to call them, towards the beginning of this phase, and got 12.6k damage out of them. I think it's a good phase to use it on. You might be able to get 2 uses out of it if you popped one in phase 1 and one in phase 3. Might have to try that to see which one would be better. So I'm going to skip this second transition phase and skip right to phase 3. Alright, the boss is back. We get our Fairy Fire up, go into our rotation. They popped Bloodlust here, which this might be fine. You want to have Bloodlust up for the end of the fight to make sure it's up when you're dealing the most damage to the boss. Our attempt here got kind of scuffed, so maybe we could have done it in that 40-second window. Yeah, I popped out to try to battle res here, but the other Feral Druid beat me to it. I didn't realize they weren't tanking. So had this attempt gone smooth and our tank not dropped right here, I would have used my unused trinket about 66%, and then cast a Starfire and used Destropot after to try to get them to have a full duration, but also end right on my last Starfire cast of the fight. So I kind of got that here anyways, by popping a little bit late after battle res had gone out. And if you time things just right, I did most of them right there. Destropot had just fallen off, but I had my ring proc and my on-use trinket. Got an almost 17k crit. It's going to be hard to judge when to use those cooldowns, so you can try to get all of those aligned right at that point though. Thanks again to MePlz for that tip in phase 2. They definitely know what they're talking about. They've got a 6 in the world on that fight. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you in the next one.